How's it going, guys? This is Al,
And this is Jay.
and we're back with Thor Arcade.
And we're also back with the second installment of Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 3 demo. It's our 3-part video thing, and this is the second part. So we're back with that.
So now to keep in theme with the video, me and Jay are gonna be talking about our least favorite and favorite fights, both in season whatever before Shippuden,
Whatever seasons.
yeah, whatever prior to whichever timeline, and so today we're gonna start with the worst,
Yeah, we should start with
our
worst.
least
Yeah.
favorite fights. So what is your least favorite fight?
Well, I can't think of like terrible ones right now, but right now the one I can think of is probably be Naruto versus Kiba, because in my opinion it was more communication than action. They were talking, and then there wasn't very much done, and the silliness of it was what's really what got me, because I mean it makes sense because they Akiba or whatever the Akamaru have a sensitive nose when Naruto farted and stuff, but like that was a key to the victory thing, but at the same
Yeah.
time it wasn't the last thing or whatever.
I thought that was a pretty good fight. I mean, it wasn't obviously probably like not even. It's probably I gave it like a B or a C plus, but it was kind of silly, and I could see why you dislike it more than you like it. But I thought it was a pretty good fight. But it did have potential though to be way better.
Well, yeah, but I just think Akiba
Naruto-
relies too much on Akamaru.
Yeah, Naruto wasn't really that hardcore. He was pretty like lame.
He just stayed with the Shadow Clone Jutsus, and that's it.
Yeah, but it was a mediocre fight, I guess.
Yeah,
Pretty-
I'm
Pretty mediocre.
not too big of a
And
fan of that fight, I guess.
so you hate it because it was silly, pretty much.
It was silly, yeah.
And that's pretty much it, or anything
It was
else.
silly and too much conversing.
All right, right on. Right on.
And all right, so what would you say was your least favorite fight?
One of my least favorite fights probably has to be, it was in the tuning exams as well. It was Sakura versus Ino, and to me that fight was like pretty bad because the action, there wasn't a lot of action, and when it was there, it wasn't that much. There was a lot of talking, and the flashbacks. I mean, I'm sure people like those flashbacks, but to me, they weren't my cup of tea. They weren't that good of flashbacks.
Yeah.
And then what really got me mad was, you know how Sakura has this great imagination, like you can always see her inner self being different or whatever. What really pissed me off was when Ino did her jutsu, mind transfer jutsu, and Sakura kicked her out of her brain
Goodness, yeah.
because of her imagination. Like
I was like stupid.
I think that was dumb. I mean, I know it's like a fake, you know, I know it's fantasy world, but I mean, come on.
But like that's even fake in a fictional story, man.
Yeah, that is fake. And to me, that was really like that was dumb to me, and already to a really poor fight already to the talking and the crappy action.
And
So to me, that was pretty much the worst fight.
they're obviously trying to favor Sakura. I mean, she is like one of the 3 protagonists in that fucking series, the Naruto series.
Yeah, but to me, that was the worst fight.
But
pretty
yeah,
much.
I think that was pretty bad. That was definitely worse than Naruto versus Kiba, because
Yeah, I think so.
like the only jutsu that I've seen like been undone, not reversed or anything, was what, Shikamaru's
Yeah,
Shadow Possession Jutsu.
that was a
But
good
yeah.
fight too. Though.
Well, anyway, since we did that, let's go to
Favorite fights.
our favorite fights.
Our favorite fights.
What would you say was your favorite fight? Now that's gone on.
My favorite fight, and again, it's not from Shippuden, and we probably should have picked something from Shippuden, considering it's from the demos from there. But anyway, I liked the Neji fight. Neji versus the spider guy. He fights a spider gun with when Sasuke is being taken away, and to me that was one of the best fights because it had a lot of elements going for it. Like the action was great, the flashbacks were great and insightful.
Mm-hmm.
And then the action, like I said, the action was great, and then the emotions, the seriousness, the epicness, everything about it, the jutsu in there, a lot was shown, and it was good. And Neji for me was pushed to the limit. Unlike when he fought Naruto just got him by surprise, but in this fight he was slowly being broken down as when he started really strong, and ended up almost dead.
That was actually a really good fight.
So that's for me, it's like
And then
one
they
of the
give
favorite.
that sentimental feeling too.
Yeah, how he could have died and some stuff. A spoiler alert. I'm sure you guys seen this already, but I
If you're a
mean,
Naruto fan,
yeah, but it was a good fight and by far one of my favorites.
it was a good fight.
So yeah, I mean,
I like it. Yeah.
can you top that? Can you top that with any?
I'm not sure if I can top that, but I will have to say my favorite fight or top 3 would probably be Rock Lee versus Gara.
All
in
right.
the Chunin exams.
You topped it.
That fight was hell, man.
That fight was good.
Good kind of hell. It was like amazing. It was like it started off with Rock Lee before he got to those episodes. Rock Lee was beating on Naruto and Sasuke, and he didn't even show that much. That was cool about it. But he was still a mysterious type of guy. They didn't know much about him.
And they were still underestimating him.
And they were still underestimating him.
When he fought Gara, at least.
Yeah. And then when Gara came along, another mystery guy, they were praising him like, oh, Gara's never been touched. And then Rock Lee pulls those, 300-pound weights out of his ass or out of his legs. And then he just, like, literally goes light speed.
Everybody was in shock. That's like one of my favorite parts.
That's goozy material right there.
Yeah, I got the goosebumps, and I still do. Like, everybody was doubting him, and everybody thought that he was like lame for having a little bit of weight.
And everybody thought he was lame because he didn't have Genjutsu and ninjutsu.
Yeah, and then Kakashi's reaction, that was hilarious too. And that fight does everything that the Neji fight does, and possibly even better, because the flashbacks were really insightful and really tell you about Rock Lee's story.
And it just shows you how much improved, because like where Rock Lee started, it was pretty bad, and then now he's touching the 8-tailed beast. No, what is he? The 4-tailed beast?
The first tail.
First-tailed beast.
Yeah, like not only was he the first to touch him, but to hurt him and to like get a little bit of fear out of him. I think Gara was a little scared.
It seemed like it throughout the fight. Yeah.
Like at least at one point, and to me that was one of the greatest fights. Especially at the end, that's when it hits the emotional chords, and that was pretty sad. How he was unconscious and still standing up.
He was still standing.
And that
sheer
to me,
will.
That was definitely a good fight. Absolutely.
That was, if not my favorite, definitely top 3.
Yeah, top 3. That's a good fight, no doubt about it. And
it just shows Rock Lee, man. I love Rock Lee, man. I wish he was real.
I wish I could have those Neji eyes and see through your pants.
Okay, you could do that with those eyes?
Could do anything with those eyes. I'm undressing you right now.
Oh, a quick sneak peek. Another one. Saratobi Sensei versus Orochimaru. Sick.
Good fight. Check them out.
Sick.
Awesome. We recommend that fight. But I recommend Shikamaru and Kakashi versus Kaden. I think it's Kaden, the guy that was immortal supposedly.
Yes.
And the guy with like 50 hearts or whatever. That guy was a good fight.
Yeah.
And just a ton of fights.
Naruto versus Pain.
Yeah. So those are our favorite fights.
Jiraiya versus Pain.
Those are our favorite fights. Our least favorite fights. So you guys put your 2 cents in there and
see what you guys think about these fights or whatever.
Yeah, tell us your opinions on those fights, and then give us your least favorite fights and your favorite fights, and tell us why they're your favorite and why they're not your favorite.
Yeah, so that's all we have for this second installment. This has been Jay.
And this has been L.
And this was Thorough Arcade.
We're out.
Later.
See you soon, you guys.